Hi class 6, welcome to the physics class once again. So in our last class we have done till oscillatory motion, that is the fourth number of motion. Now we are going to start from the fifth number motion, that is the vibratory motion. Now when we are talking about any kind of vibration, we need to know what is basically how this vibration is generated. Okay, now say I have taken a rubber band. Okay, now I have stretched it. Okay, now suddenly if I struck the middle section of that stretched rubber band, what is going to happen? A part of it, that object has been stretched. Before I struck the cord, that object was in still motion, not in motion, it was still. So I struck a part of it and it started what? Taking a motion like to and fro, right? So this is how what the vibratory motion takes place. Now how we can define it? So when we are going to define it, we can say it like this, that vibratory motion is a type of motion where a part of the object takes a to and fro motion while the other parts of the same object remain still. So I guess we are clear about the vibratory motion. What kind of example we can take while talking about the vibratory motion? When you have seen guitars or any kind of musical instrument that are attached with strings. Other than that, there are rubber bands when stretched out. This kind of motions, and when we are striking its strings, they are displaying the vibratory motions. Okay. Now after that, we will be talking about the repetitive motion. Now what are they? Now when a object, it shows or display any kind of motion in a regular interval of time. Okay, so that is when we can say a object is in repetitive motion, because that object is repetitively displaying a certain type of motion. All right, so how we are going to define it once again? So repetitive motion is a type of motion which repeats a motion that repeats itself after a certain time interval. Now the catch is this: in this kind of motion we can say either there is a certain, the motion is repeating itself after a certain time interval. Now this certain time interval, mark this word very carefully, certain time interval, it can be regular or irregular, right? That is the catch, that based on that time interval, so based on the time interval of the motion, it is classified into two types. First one is periodic, another is non-periodic. Now in the periodic, you can understand when a motion repeats itself in a regular interval of time, right? While what can we say about the non-periodic motion? Exact opposite. When the motion does not repeat itself or repeats after an irregular interval we can find this kind of motion? Now periodic motion, this is very common. We have already known about this. Can you guess it? We can say, we can find it in where? Pendulum. Because in a pendulum, it is repeating itself. The motion is repeating itself with a regular interval of time. That is the reason it has a rhythm of its own. While if we are playing a football, okay, so that ball is moving, but do that ball have a rhythm of its own? Or the time interval that we are kicking that ball in a haphazard manner? So that ball is taking its motion in a haphazard manner, and its time is also not a regular in pattern. Okay, that is the reason it is a non-periodic type of motion. Okay, now coming to the multiple motion. Now multiple motion is a very interesting type of motion where we can observe more than one type of motion. A type of motion where we can find more than one type of motion. How? So first let's write the definition of that. When an object shows two or more type of motion at the same time. Alright, now how can an object show two type of motion at the same time? Let's think about the planetary system. Okay, you know about the solar system. Okay, sun is standing in the middle, whereas the planets are revolving around it. Earth is revolving around it. Now don't forget that Earth is also rotating in its own axis. So it is taking a revolution around the sun, while during the same time it is going under the rotatory motion. Okay, so at the same time interval, the planet is having a circular motion as well as a rotatory motion. That how you can understand that how in the same time our object can take two type of motion. Got it? Now coming to the last type of motion, that is the random motion. Now from the name you can understand this is a pretty haphazard type of motion, or random in nature. So let's define them. When an object or body shows particular type of motion that suddenly changes into another kind of motion. How is that possible? Now suppose a mosquito is roaming, okay, is disturbing you. Now this mosquito is taking a linear motion, okay, it's going in a linear path. Then suddenly it started revolving around you. So it has its own mood. It is revolving, or it is just flying according to its own mood. Got it? So it can move or fly in a rotatory motion, or in a circular motion, or in a linear motion, whatever it takes. It can disturb you in a periodic way or non-periodic way. So this is how all these type of motions are there. Now let's take a look on some of the examples and pictures. Okay. Now you can see this is a picture of oscillatory or vibratory motion, in which this is a picture of a string which has been stretched and extended, and a part of it has been stretched to give it a motion. So a part of the object is in motion while other parts are still. Okay, so after that this part has been, especially this part has been taken in a motion, and this has taken which kind of motion? A to and fro motion. Okay, so this is what we were calling about the oscillatory or vibratory motion. Okay, now let's see another picture of periodic motion. what we were talking about, a periodic motion, that same kind of motion which repeat itself after equal interval of time. So here you can see this is a picture of a table clock which repeats itself after certain interval of time, as well as the same happens for the case of a planetary system where Earth, Moon, Sun all are repeating their motion after a regular interval of time. That is why this kind of motion are periodic in nature. Now coming to the non-periodic motion. Now this is a boy who is running in a marathon, or this is a skiing sport. A person has been taking it. Now this kind of motion, when a person is taking or running in a marathon or taking a sport, are they going to repeat its motion in a regular interval of time? No. So there is no guarantee or there is no repeat of the motion after fixed interval of time. That is the reason it is named after non-periodic motion. Alright. Now coming to the multiple motion. See, a person is bicycling and a car is moving also. Now in this both of these cases, we will find both type of motion are taking place at the similar time. How? This boy is cycling, where he can cycle in a linear path, while he can cycle in a circular path also. But along the similar time, his cycle, the wheels that are attached with the cycle, it is also moving, it is also taking a motion during the similar interval of time or similar time. So when he is moving in a circular path, he is moving in a circular motion, while its wheel is taking a rotatory motion. Similar thing is happening with this car also. Got it? So in this, how we can say that at the same time the object is possessing more than one type of motion. Got it? Now this is the last type of motion, where we were saying that random motion which has a irregular motion, which is a irregular motion of a body, where there is no fixed direction of the motion, whereas no fixed time interval of the motion. Alright, so here if some people are playing hockey, whereas some butterfly is flying, so they don't follow any kind of rhythm or any kind of direction while moving or flying. That is the reason it is a random type of motion. Now in our next video we are going to learn some more about the motion. Till then, keep learning. So thank you for watching.